Okay, the road trip has finally come to a complete circle, and man, did we have some adventures. If you're new here, I built this custom 5x8 tiny home right here in this very driveway in Southern California exactly 1 year ago. And I did it without any knowledge or any experience doing anything like this before. I didn't know anything about using the power tools, about off-grid systems, about how to cut into metal. So it's safe to say that I did make some mistakes. And some of those mistakes I was able to fix on the road, and some I just been pushing back for a later day. And well, that later day is actually going to be today. Because I'm finally going to address one of the biggest problems I had with my 5x8 tiny home, and that is the water situation. Now, I do have 7 gallons of fresh water, and I do have like I don't know, 2.5 gallon gray water tank, which is actually just a fabric softener bottle. And I was kind of rushed when I built this. I only had 3 weeks to build it. And if you've ever looked at plumbing parts, they can be overly complicated. And there's like a ton of adapters to use. So I've been putting off this project for a whole year. And after spending about 2 nights fully researching this, I think I have a solution. So what's going on with my current setup is that the freshwater actually has a tiny little gap. So when I drive around, it just splashes out a little bit. But over the course of 10-20 minutes, it becomes a lot of water. So I actually have 2 caps for it. One is for when I want to use a sink, and the second one is for when I close it for driving, which just makes it super inconvenient when you want to jump in, use the bathroom, wash your hands, and just get out. You actually have like a couple steps to connect the water. And the second thing is actually my gray water, which is actually just the hose going into my fabric softener bottle, which means that I also have to cap it every time I move. So to use a sink, there are actually several steps to use it. And I really want a quick disconnect system because I want to leave it connected when I'm driving. And just to show you quickly what it looks like here, you can see here, this is my gray water tank. And yeah, it's just literally a hose stuck into the tank. And I did that because it was simple, easy, and it was virtually free. Now, the freshwater one is a little more complex. I do have this hose here that weighs it down. And then here's the cap that fits the bottle. But as you can see here, there's just a slight gap in there. And that is so I could screw it on and put the hose in. And all of this is causing me trouble simply because I went with this battery powered faucet, which has worked out really well, but I just failed when I tried to connect it properly. So the plan is today is to change this to a sealed quick disconnect. That way the water can stay on when the tank is full. And also do away with this fabric softener bottle and add a nice quick connect system for the gray water. So just jumping on inside real quick, I'll give you a quick view of what we're going to work with here. The first upgrade is we're going to go with this 10-liter Spectre water bottle. And the only reason why I chose this specific one is because it has a garden hose thread here. At least I think it does. We'll find out. And this is a 3/4 size. So that way the quick disconnect system should work out pretty well. And it has this little air port here, which I heard you need when it's going in here because some air needs to come out when water is going in. Otherwise your sink's just going to stay full. And a bag of goodies. So since pretty much all sinks on the market are made for a house, besides special RV ones, the size of it is 1.5 inches. And that just does not fit anything except house plumbing. And I forgot I had things I ordered from Amazon for this project. So the first thing that I will try to do is add the quick disconnect system to the Spectre water port here. And we'll just put in the rubber, whatever it's called in there. And now for the moment of truth. And of course, it looks like it doesn't want to accept it. So yeah, already this is a fail on the first step. That's awesome. So yeah, it turns out this is not a garden hose thread. ChatGPT just straight up lied to me. This is just a special thread by Spectre. So that's not gonna work. So I will need to go down to Home Depot and get a 3/4 bulkhead adapter. And I'll just pick a spot here and drill into it. And then hopefully that will be done. But for now, we could work on the other side. So we got some new tube here. I'll just cut this to make a fresh edge. So yeah, awesome. This does not fit either. And this is why I have never fixed this yet. There's just so many different hose sizes, nut sizes, adapter sizes. It's just super annoying and difficult to try to comprehend it all. Not to mention all the threads are different. So yeah, I guess we need a smaller size for this. At least we're on the right track now. And a bulkhead adapter for this. So let's go do that. Okay, so fast forward a week, and I think I finally got everything I need to finish up my water system here. And yeah, for the fresh water, I think I'm just going to drill into the cap because I can't get my hand in here to tighten the bulkhead adapter. And this is what I got. It's kind of like a bulkhead adapter quick connect combined. So when it's on the water bottle, you just push this button and you'll be able to disconnect the fresh water line like so and refill your fresh water and bring it back into the camper. So yeah, to the best of my ability, this is 9/16. So I got a 9/16 hole drill saw, whatever you call these things here. So I'll just drill a hole into this cap and hopefully it all fits. I'll just kind of use this to steady it here. Okay, that seems pretty good. I do have this tool. I forget what it's called. It's mostly for metal, but you could use it for plastic too. And this kind of just gets rid of the edge here. So that way, whatever you put lays flat on there. So we'll just go around the edge and cut off whatever is on top there. Now we can kind of test fit this bulkhead adapter here. Awesome. That looks like a pretty perfect fit to me. Gonna put a rubber washer on first to help minimize any water leakage. Put that in there. Gonna put a little bit of a bigger one on the underside here. And we'll put the nut on and tighten it down. So this is what I came up with. Yeah, the bulkhead adapter in there with the rubber washers. Hopefully it doesn't need a metal washer. I think that's probably tight enough with both washers on each side. And yeah, so I'll have the hose attached to here with something heavy to stay at the bottom of the water bottle. And this will connect to the faucet hose and it just pushes on like so, snaps on, and that shouldn't have any leaks. And you can disconnect it like that so you can take out the jug and, fill up whatever you need. And yeah, cool. So just kind of get in here and see how much hose I actually need to fit this bottle. And yeah, looks like that is more than enough. Better give myself a little slack just in case. Okay, cool. And then we'll just connect that like so. Awesome. That's what it looks like thus far. And that will just drop in there. And then we can tighten that on there. Pop that disconnect off. And I am going to use a clamp on this side just because I'm concerned about leaking. Okay, cool. I think that clamp is a bit big for this, but it will serve its purpose. Awesome. Quick release. Done. And just to give you a quick close-up look here, so yeah, this is the size hose that fits this little guy under here. And this is just the Amazon battery-powered faucet. I mean, they have different looking ones, but I'm sure the hose will be similar size. And yeah, so you just push that button now. We got a quick disconnect all installed. Hopefully no leaks. Looking pretty good. Next up, we got to fix this drain here. And yeah, that problem was that this is like a house size, 1.5 inches. And that's just a bit big to be going down into this container here. So I just have this little step down adapter here and it fits onto there, but we need to glue that and then we can attach the hose. Okay, so I'm just gonna scuff it up a bit and don't ask me what grit this is because I have no idea. Just for the first thing I could grab, give that glue something to get in there. I've never glued two PVC pipes together before, but this seems to be how you do it. I'm gonna use the red hot blue glue here, PVC pipe cement. Whoa, super blue. Put a little, on the inside here. Put most of it out here. Okay. Whoa, it looks like I put too much on there. Clean that up a bit. Okay, cool. So while we're waiting for that to kind of cure there, we are going to cut our hose. And yeah, the top part should just stay screwed onto here, so we don't need to touch that. And this is just a barbed adapter here, so we will put our clamp on first, connect it like so. And then we need to screw down the clamp. Okay, that looks pretty good to me. Yeah, awesome. Cool, that looks good. Now I just kind of want to check how much room I need for my hose. So we'll just kind of test fit it here to see how much hose we need to cut. And yeah, so doesn't look like we actually need that much. So I think I'll go ahead and cut this much. I do have a lot of hose, so I'm not too worried about making any mistakes. Okay, yeah, nice. And yeah, so this is gonna go to another adapter here. That way we can use the quick disconnect. And I'm just gonna go ahead and attach the adapter now because it's not gonna come off later. But just to be sure, I'm gonna put a little bit of this tape on here because these things are known for leaking and I am tired of dealing with leaks. And it does have a rubber gasket inside, so that will definitely help us with the leaks. Tighten that down nicely. And again, we'll put our clamp on there and that barbed piece in there. Wow, this one's really tight. Oh, Okay, I think that's going to be good enough. Get that clamp tightened down again, and we should be good to go with the hose. Okay, awesome. This part will stay attached to the base of the sink, and this will be the quick disconnect that will attach to the bottle itself. And yeah, let's get that on there too. So we have that bulkhead adapter here, and I just need to make a hole for it, probably about right here. And I have this little hole saw here, so let's go ahead, get that hole drilled in there. I better just put it in the middle so I don't make any mistakes. Oh, nice. Cool. And just kind of clean it up a bit here. So this was actually a bit too small, so I did have to kind of custom fit it here with this. Just kept going around the edge until there was enough room to fit the bulkhead adapter through. So I'll just put it in through here. Oh, nice. Get the rubber gasket on there. Cool. Tighten that down. Now we can go ahead and fit our quick disconnect adapter here. But I will put on some of this tape again, just for a little peace of mind, so that way we hopefully don't have any leaks whatsoever. Okay, and this does have the rubber gasket inside as well. That is nice and secure. And I think this is pretty much done. So we will attach this as well. And we're almost done. So yeah, it was just a lot of searching of different sizes, different adapters, what would fit, the step down adapters, the quick disconnect adapters. And this is why I just been putting it off for the last year. So we'll just screw this on there, get it nice and tight. Okay, there you have it. There is the garden hose size quick disconnect on the Spectre 10-liter water jug here. So let's see if everything fits. We can just slide that in there. That all fits nicely. We knew that. And here we will get it all mounted up to the sink drain. Get it all nice and tight. Yep. Okay, moment of truth. Is it enough room? Oh no. Okay, see if it fits this way. Is it enough room? Oh, it's a bit annoying. Let's see if we move it this over here. Oh man. So it just seems like everywhere I put it, the hose looks a bit too tight. So I think I need to make a little bit longer hose and let it kind of wrap around to go in. So let's do that real quick. So I guess what I need to do is just kind of wrap around like so. Hopefully that will still drain into there. Okay, so I think I got it done here. It's about this length, so that way there's no kinks in it. And I guess this essentially should act as the P-trap. That way the smells don't come in. But I'm a bit concerned that the water won't drain fully in here. So I guess we got to test that out. Got some water here, and I'll go ahead and do the test run by pouring it in the sink. And we can come down here and see what we're working with. Hopefully it goes smoothly. Okay, here we go. Awesome. I think we got a working drain now. Yeah, everything seems to be working just fine. The water is just going through here, and we'll just test it one more time. Nice. Okay, cool. It looks like, I think that's how P-traps kind of work anyway. There is a little water sitting here, but when more water comes in, it kind of gets flushed into the tank. And we have no leaks, which is great. So we could try our disconnect here. So that is a bit of a bummer because there is water still in here when I disconnected it. Yeah, just a tiny bit. Now we should test this part. So I could just take out the other jug, drop this in here with the water, quickly connect it to there, and let's see if we have water. Nice. Well, there you have it. That's how you can connect your sink to, just kind of a detachable water bottle there for your off-grid system. I waited a whole year to get mine all situated, but now that I figured out the secret recipe, I'll put all the links in the description for you all. And yeah, with all the correct adapters and whatnot, it seems pretty simple. And I still like my setup because it is lightweight. I don't have to carry around giant tanks everywhere. And honestly, it's pretty simple because I don't got to run pipes all the way through my trailer and everything's just right there ready to go. And now with a quick disconnect system, I could easily jump in my trailer, use the water without having to turn it off and on every time I get in. But yeah, I guess that's it for this video. We'll see you in the next one.